What you want, when you want it, where you want it. This is The Mesh.
Hey, I'm Amy Chang. I'm a nationally board-certified health and wellness coach, and this is Healthy AF. In this podcast, I'll be bringing you all things health, from the newest health strategies to how to tackle those personal roadblocks that just will not let you move forward. So buckle in. We're going to be inspired and instructed, and dadgum, we're going to have a little fun on Healthy AF. Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Healthy AF. I'm so glad you're here today. I want to go ahead and let you know that today's podcast will be likely short in length, hopefully deep in content. The topic today is loving your body. I've worked with a lot of people. I have a lot of friends. I have clients. I have my own personal coaches. And one thing I keep hearing over and over again is, Amy, you really love your body. And it's true. I really love my body. And also, I didn't always love my body. It's been a lot of work. And I've had people ask me to help them love their bodies more. And I've worked with clients who have then said, like, wow, I never realized how nasty I am to my body, or how grateful I am for my body. I didn't think about that. And so I thought I'd share here on this podcast. We're going to do this in a step-by-step way, which is why this is going to be kind of a shorter podcast. We're going to just tiptoe in. I'm going to give you some steps, some questions, some ideas, some concepts about just beginning to open the door just slightly on where you are to really, really loving your body. And we're going to start right here with, well, who are you? It's going to come in very handy for you if you have some sort of spirituality in this whole, where am I with my body and how much do I love her? When we have a strong sense of spirituality or connectedness, many times we see that as energy. Now, for me, I'll share with you what my belief is, and you can decide what yours is. Doesn't have to match mine. I feel like I'm part of a bigger something, and that I'm connected to all living beings. And that part of connection is my true essence. And that little wisp of divinity, that little mist of love is actually who I am. That's who I am as my best part, the part of God that lives in me, that also lives in you. So when I take that spiritual look at really who am I, then I can also detach from my body. I am not my body. I'm really happy to have my body. I really feel grateful that I was given this body when I came into the world, but I am not this body. Why is that important? And why would that help us love our bodies more? And isn't that me just like not claiming my body? And that's not very nice. So let's go a little further. You know how sometimes people get real attached to their work or a certain identity, a certain role of themselves, really attached to being a mom. And then all of a sudden the kids leave the nest and we're at breakdown point because we've associated ourselves so fully with being a mother that when the kids are out of the house, we don't know who we are anymore. Have you ever known an overachiever, maybe in the academic world, who got that failing score, or God forbid, like a B minus, and question, like it was just all done. They were just questioning like their ability to, like, oh, now they're not going to be able to go to college. Now they're not going to be able to go to be a doctor. Now they're not, like, right. They're just really questioning their future, their capabilities, and their worth. I think we've all had those moments maybe where we've become a little too attached to an outside indicator of who we are. It's that way with our bodies too. And if you're thinking like, I don't think I'm too attached to my body, let me throw some examples out there that maybe you can relate to. You might be too attached to your body if you feel disappointed in yourself and even ashamed when you get above a certain size of clothing, above a certain body weight. You might feel ashamed or less worthy if you have a medical diagnosis, hypothyroidism, diabetes, depression. You might feel particularly lit up and excited if you step on the scale and you see one number, and distressed and feeling worthless and kind of down and out if you see a larger number. You might be a little too attached to your body if you get really wrapped up in how your arms look without covering them up with a sweater or a longer sleeve. Now, are these beginning to hit home a little bit? I know they do for me. I'll never forget the first time I lost a 30-pound weight gain that I'd put on. And we used Weight Watchers to do it, right? And how connected I felt. I even felt like I was more capable in school if my body was smaller. Capable. I related my ability to achieve in school with what size my body was. I have related how lovable I am with what size my body is, how lean she is. So if those are some things you can relate to, you might want to look at detaching from your body. So if we look at, I am nothing but a wisp of smoke and divinity, hopefully that's loving. If that's who I am, and my body gets to carry that around for me, I can detach just a little bit who I am as an essence and what my body is. My body is this beautiful miracle, and she has carried me through and allowed me to express my essence all over the place. She let me play soccer. She let me dance. She let me do CrossFit. She let me be pregnant and have 3 children. She has been injured and recovered. She's had illnesses and recovered. Her heart beats without me even asking it to. Her fingernails grow. Her hair grows. Her lungs breathe. I don't ever have to ask her to do any of these things. She just does it. How often am I grateful for the fact that without anything that I'm controlling, I'm certainly not controlling my heart rate or my fingernail growth. Without anything that I'm controlling, my body's just down there working. She's just doing what she's doing so that my divine essence can be, shining all through my day. So I'm going to spend the last little bit just using some affirmation work for you. And I would encourage you, when the podcast ends, to get out your pen and paper and write some things down. We're going to talk about in the next podcasts how our society and our culture does not support being detached from your body and really loving your body. So the purpose for writing things down is because you're going to forget this conversation. It's not a natural conversation to have. We don't have these conversations out, at the carpool line. We have more conversations like, God, I put this skirt on today and I think my ass is huge. I can't believe, I don't know. I got this cellulite. I can't believe my arms, I got the bingo wings, right? Those are the conversations we get in and they feel normal. This new conversation about loving your body is not a normal conversation to have. So likely if this is something you want to move toward, get your paper and pen out. You're going to need to write some things down so that you can practice them. Okay, here we go. You are not your hair. If it's curly or straight or frizzy or dry or oily, be it thin or thick, you are not your hair. You are not your hips. If they're round or flat, you are not your hips. You are not your stomach. If it's a six-pack, if it is a jiggling bowl, if it is sagging skin, if it is flat or full or bloated, you are not your belly. You're not your boobs. If they're little tiny A's, if they're not symmetrical, if they point out or forward or down, if they're large, if they're medium, you are not your breasts. You are not your muscle mass. If you are strong and muscular, if you are weaker and smaller in your muscle mass, you are not your muscle mass. You're not your skin. You're not your skin tone. You're not your skin color. You're not your freckles. You're not your wrinkles. You're not your collagen injected flipped lip. You're not your thin rolling in lips. You are not your age spots and moles. You are not your skin. You're not your vagina. You're not your penis. Whether it is working or not working, you are not those things. You're not your tummy. You're not all those guts rolling around in there. You are not your diabetes. You are not your cancer. You are not your mental illness. You are none of those things. You are beautiful, worthy you. And you have a body that you walk around in. And it's doing its very best. So let's start loving it. Give yourself some grace. And I'll see you next time on Healthy AF. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Healthy AF podcast. I hope that it has helped you create a new possibility for your health and sets you into action to go get it. If you want more information or if you want to connect with me, visit my website at myhealthylife.coach. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that each new Healthy AF episode will be sent directly to you. Let's take you from where you are to where you want to go.
You've been listening to The Mesh, an online media network of shows and programs ranging from business to arts, sports to entertainment, music to community. All programs are available on the website as well as through iTunes and YouTube. Check us out online at themesh.tv. Discover other network shows and give us feedback on what you just heard.